It's all good till the police show up.
That's right.
Actually, it gets better.
Chief of Police Brian
Doug
Larkin.
gets a little nervous.
Right? I'm running through my head. Do I have any tickets I need to get out of? Is there anything going on? Brian Larkin, first of all, Chief of Police, Waterloo Regional. Do you ever sleep?
Yeah, absolutely. I had a good solid 4 hours tonight, so I feel great. And it's December. It's the Chime Tree of Hope. There's no greater season, right? I'm happy to be here so early, and it's great to be with Chime FM and Cash, Tara, and Adele, and you guys are doing incredible work for an incredible cause. And I'm actually really, more importantly here, really to support a good friend and a colleague and an incredible human being, Allison Scott, and her team at Family Services.
Yes, what it is all about, and sharing the success of Family and Children's Services. And you can make a donation. You can help. Be a part of this moment right now. 519-748-TREE. You could also go to chimefm.com if you do want to make a donation.
And you showed up in perfect time because they've been teasing me all morning. We read stories throughout the morning, success stories, and they've been teasing me with one that you were actually involved in. So you've shown up now as I'm about to read the story. I think you know what it's about. It's news to us, so I will share the story of Jose, I believe, with everyone, and we'll talk about it.
Absolutely.
That's okay.
And it's an incredible story.
Jose says, "We're not bad kids," as he looks down at his hands, touching the Smile More bracelet he wears daily. Jose uses a bracelet as a reminder to look for the positive in every situation. It's this kind of attitude that inspires him to challenge the stigma around kids in foster care. People expect that if you're in foster care, you're going to be trouble, says the 19-year-old. Jose is determined to show people that this is not the case. This kind of a positive attitude has already had an unexpected impact on Jose's life, offering him an opportunity to pursue the career of his dreams. In high school, Jose began working at a local Staples store as part of his co-op program. One day, Waterloo Regional Police Chief Brian Larkin came into the store off duty and in his regular street clothes. Jose helped the chief find what he needed. Brian was impressed by Jose's friendly attitude. He was proud of what he was doing, and that made an impression, is what Chief Larkin said about that experience. Each time the police chief returned to the store, he would ask for Jose by name, and the two developed a friendly connection. In June, Jose graduated from high school. Family and Children's Services held a ceremony to give post-secondary scholarships to high-achieving Crown boards at the Family Center, where Jose received a scholarship for police, security, and investigation studies. Chief Larkin was in the crowd, and when he heard Jose's worker on stage talking about his accomplishments and dreams of becoming a police officer, he suddenly realized,
Jose from Staples is here.
He yelled out from the back of the room. Brian made his way to the front to congratulate Jose. He had no idea that Jose was in foster care or that he was interested in policing as a career. I've heard his story now, and I'm very proud of him, his success story, and I want to see him succeed as an officer and bring his experiences into grow. Jose breaks all stereotypes of youth in foster care and is determined to make a difference in his community. Brian, what a surprise that must have been.
It's an incredible story, and I get choked up and emotional just thinking about it. Jose is an incredible, larger-than-life young man. And of course, I never running into Staples, and I needed a stapler, believe it or not, of all things.
An actual stapler?
An actual stapler.
Wow.
And so I had this whole piece. And anyways, Jose started at Staples as a cooperative high school student, and I want to do a shout out. Co-op programs are so very important to developing and growing our youth. He did such an incredible job that the manager at Staples offered him full-time employment. And of course, now he trains other people at Staples. He's maintained, even though he's at school.
That's not a 911 call coming
I
in
know,
on your
that's
cell, is
my
it?
apologies. So even though he's at Conestoga College, and of course the scholarship has helped him pursue a post-secondary education, he still fulfills hours at Staples. He fills in for other people, and of course, smiling is the greatest thing you can. It opens the door to a million different things when you see somebody. When you say hello and you smile, it opens a million conversations, and it changes everything. And Jose, every single day on his wrist, has a whole concept, Smile More, and he's encouraging other people to join that whole piece. And so I was so very proud of him. In fact, I had no idea that he was a part of Family and Children's Services and received support. And of course, he told me his story. He came to police headquarters and hung out, and we talked a lot about different pieces. And he is breaking all the barriers of success and he's encouraging other young people who are in foster care, and he supports them. He also has siblings, and he's very caring and supporting of his siblings to make sure they succeed. And the greatest thing, and I think the greatest accomplishment will be, I know Jose wants to maybe become like a border service agent and all those things, which is great and fantastic, but the greatest thing will be for Jose to serve our community as a police officer. And I can't wait to give him his badge, because he's going to do it.
Are you going to be the one to give his badge?
Well, we're gonna mentor Jose. We're working with him. He's still thinking about the border thing, but I got my claws into him now.
Yeah, we know he's listening right now.
That's right. So I got
for
my
their
claws
promotional
into him. But you know, if you met Jose, here's a young man, 19 years old. He's mature beyond his age. He speaks so highly of his worker from Family and Children's Services, his support worker, and they do incredible work. You know, Allison earlier this morning talked about the myth. You know, 97% the stigma around FNCS, and talked about these challenges, and very, you know, they're a helping agency, they're a supporting agency. There's no greater partnership. I mean, the schools and FNCS are our two greatest partners. We work hand in hand every single day. We have integrated units, and to listen to Jose talk about the impact of his worker will move anybody. And so I made a donation this morning, and I'm encouraging all of my public safety leaders across the organization, across the region, to pop down to Fairview Park Mall. And rather than head to Timmy's or David's Tea or Starbucks or one of those places, slide here, buy about 10 teas or 10 David teas, and make a donation. So I'm challenging my fellow chiefs, Chief Rehill, Chief Heptich, Chief Main of the Fire Services, Chief Valkenberg,
they'll do it.
paramedics.
They'll do it.
I dropped $150, and I'm encouraging you to come in and drop some money to make this Triumph Tree light up, because it's people like Jose. That is our future. He's a leader now, and let's do it.
You mentioned how closely Waterloo Regional Police works with Family and Children's Services. Let's say we woke up in a world Family and Children's Services didn't exist. How would that impact your department?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, the reality is that the future of what we're doing in our community, and I often use this description, is that the best level of care we can provide is really in the Scooby-Doo mystery van. Is that when the doors open up, there's an FNCS worker, there's an educator, there's a police officer, there's a public health nurse, and we're working together and doing service together. Our community cannot sustain the growth of young people without the fine work of our friends at Family and Children's Services. And so, you know, these campaigns are very important, and I guess if anybody, I encourage everybody, slide up to Staples, Northfield and King. Jose works normally Friday nights, and I encourage you just to bounce in and to see his passion. You know, and literally, I probably shouldn't tell this story, but I was going to buy this one model of stapler, and he's like, "That's garbage, don't buy that one. You know, it's overpriced, buy this one." And of course, he knew what I did. I had no idea about Jose, and of course, I met some of the other staff, and you know, we had a great opportunity. And like I said, every time I go in there, the person I want to serve me, that's a lasting impact, right?
Should we ask for Officer Jose?
Hopefully you should, actually. You can help me put the clause into
Does
it
he
even more.
plant that subliminally?
That's
Okay,
right.
you got it.
Not border service.
No,
guard.
you know,
Officer.
and that's important work. I don't want to
Of course, right? I feel like,
but the reality is that he has so much to offer. And can you imagine him at a call for service at 3 in the morning with a young person, and to be able to share his experience of success? And so, folks, hope everybody comes down, of course, to see the great folks from Chime FM, but of course, to make a difference in our community. It's December. It's the spirit of giving, the spirit of peace, and the season of just joy and happiness.
Brian Larkin, thank you, and we are lucky to have you as the Chief of Police.
Well, thanks for having me. It's great to see everybody. Hope everybody has an awesome day. And you know, I know I forget the phone number, but call. How's that?